It's now 7 a.m. on the 20th of April 2021, and there's a vast percentage of my world just put into bags. Just shows how little I actually own, really. Times like this, I wish I had a car, really do, but I haven't, and that's that. It's just going to be a slow but sure trundling backwards and forwards situation with my push bike. It's an absolutely beautiful day again as well. So yeah, fingers crossed for today that this view, which has to be said I'm very fond of, is going to become a thing of the past. Just incredible. Can't believe this day's here, really. Watch this space, I guess. Still don't know what it's going to be like when I get there, but you know, we'll see. Little subtle reminders that you're doing the right thing. Warmest morning of the year by far, 9 a.m. Everybody out of the house. Someone's left the heating on. I just asked that stall holder how much the big rucksacks were. I can't see, I haven't got my glasses on. And he just looked at me and said, I don't know. I'm telling you, these people deserve to go out of business. Well, it's about 10:15 in the morning now, and as you can see, it is another stunning day. I'm viewing this property at 11 a.m. and I put a notice out on the WhatsApp group for my neighbourhood. A wonderful woman called Hannah started it so we could all look out for each other at the dawn of the pandemic. And you know, everybody got involved and did stuff for each other. It's tailed off a little bit now, but I said, has anybody got any big bags that I could move stuff with? And my next door neighbour said, yeah, just pop round. And then in about 5 minutes she contacted me again directly and just said, look, 6:30 p.m. we can just drive you over there in our van, you know. Let's just hope when I get there I like the place. But yeah, isn't that wonderful? That just lifts the spirits somewhat. You know, we're so removed from one another, and people next door I've always had a very fond hello, how you doing, and a 5-minute chat with. You know, people are kind and they're still out there. It's nice to be proved wrong sometimes and just see the positivity in the world. It has to be said that if I'm successful with this place, or rather, I mean, it's mine if I want it, if it's everything that I need it to be, look at this journey I'm going to have back to the park that I love so much. This is just beautiful, really lovely area. This really is a lovely area. It's flanked by industrial buildings, but it's beautiful here, it really is. And there we have it. I'm moving at 6 p.m. today. I recorded a video in more or less this exact same position with these bare walls just over 2 years ago. And it's hard to believe that it's finally come to a conclusion. The flat I'm moving to is beautiful, as you'll see. It's a first floor, which in the UK means the first floor up. And there's a kind of French window that leads to it. There's not a balcony or anything, there's just a grate in front of the French windows. And it is the most light and airy place you could imagine. It's beautiful. You'll see it later. But yeah, there I was 2 years ago, full of optimism and joy of having moved here. And nothing could have prepared me for what was coming. And especially the last 18 months of some of the darkest moments of my life, without a shadow of a doubt. But onwards and upwards. Well, it's nearly time to say goodbye to this place, and as you well know, calling this bittersweet would be ridiculous. It's sweet, but I can't help remembering the wonderful times I had here when I first moved in. The people who lived here, there was a perfect balance. There was somebody who used to like causing trouble, but I knew exactly how to handle him, and he wasn't a bad guy. There was Geordie, who lived in that room at the time. He was a sweet soul, a musician who made this place come alive with the sounds of his rhythms. Some Juan, who occupied this room. He's a person who kept himself to himself, and I can't say I ever really had a single issue with him in the near 2 years that we lived together. He left here in March. There was Adrian, who was in this room. Adrian had quite serious issues with alcohol, and life, in very similar ways to me, had drowned him somewhat in his own bad behaviour, and he was a pretty straight talking guy. Could be a bit dodgy. And of course there was dear Charlotte. I used to wonder when I first moved in and we got to know each other what resided behind the door. I knew she was a very creative and artistic soul, and slowly but surely we got to know each other, and we hit it off like I would never have believed possible again. She was a dear friend, and I loved her so much, and her losing the battle she had with her issues was, without a shadow of a doubt, the saddest thing I've ever had to face in my life. But it's about her, it's not about me. And yeah, it's been a big struggle being under this roof since the events of the summer of 2019, and I can't say I've really enjoyed more than sporadic moments. Christmas time 2020 with just me and my daughter here for 2 weeks, it was beautiful, and I could identify in that time just what I needed, which was a living space that accommodated me and my daughter, and I had no one else to think about. And here we are 4.5 months later, and it's how my life is now. I've yet to spend a night under my new roof, but it's just me and my daughter now, and I look forward to the relaxation and the reclamation of the joy that has always existed between me and my beautiful daughter, that suffered greatly. She would never have noticed in a million years, because grown-ups are very good at blanking things out when they love their kids, and she hasn't known there's been a single thing amiss. I think she's picked up on things that I've been almost obsessive about: noise. Feared losing this place greatly, I really did. And now it's all over. Now I'm moving on, and I'm so grateful for this new chance in my life. And although they'll never hear it, I'd just love to offer my love and gratitude to the people who work at Oxford Council, my GP Samantha Line, and my politician, who well, the local politician here, who sped this situation up for me and made sure I got what I wanted sooner than was the norm. And yeah, Annalise Dodds, that's the name of my MP. Sorry, it's terrible not remembering her name. And her caseworker Susie, they've been such a great help to me. And I think as time passes in the coming weeks. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm in a new phase in my life now. I'm going to move on, but I will, in as healthy a way possible, let out just where I've been and tell you some of the truths that I've had to deal with in this environment that I couldn't talk about whilst I was here. Anyway, onwards and upwards. God bless. And for the last time, it's hard not to be slightly sentimental. Hearing this room echoing is bizarre. I wonder who will end up here next. Seems so funny seeing this room like this, just as I first ever saw it. Time and tide, eh? Time and tide. The sum total of my life, check it out. Right, grand tour time. I'll do this from my front door. It's all completely uncarpeted and unfurnished at the moment, but I've got grants to sort that out. Here's the wonderful kitchen. It's beautiful. This is such a promotion, this really is, in so many ways. Already tried. I've got a grant for painting as well, but I've put a few posters up and what have you to make it a little bit more like home. Here's the wonderful light and airy bedroom. Isn't that lovely? Very sizable and nice. Here's the bathroom. Test drove the bath this morning. Very nice. A couple of cupboards, totally uninteresting, but this living room, check it out. Isn't that nice? This has got to be the high point, hasn't it? First floor room with a sort of balcony window. So chuffed with that. Very, very nice place, I think you'll agree. So happy.